Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back. All right, so this is going to be a reading for Leo and Leo placements, and it will be for the middle of May till the end of the month of 2026. So basically May 17th through the end of the month, which is, I believe, the 31st, I believe, right? Okay. And so this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. All right. And so we will ask Spirit for three oracle cards. I lost my train of thought there for a second. I apologize. So three oracle cards here to get the general vibe here for the middle to end of the month here. So Spirit for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. What is the general vibe here for the middle to end of May 2026? Three cards, please. Okay. First card out that just flipped out was Justice. So legal matters, divorce, legal papers, and court visit. Okay. Two more cards, please. Okay. All right. We've got signs, spiritual contract, songs, telepathic, dreams of them. And then we have communication, approaching, voicemail, awaiting text. All right. So let's see what's going on here. We're going to get into tarot, but while I'm shuffling, just looking at these cards and getting the energy from the oracle cards here, you or someone in your energy could be going through legal issues, okay, whether it is a divorce or it could be, basically anything, okay. I mean, it could even be like a traffic ticket, to be honest with you, but, and maybe for some of you, you could even work in the legal system, or so can this other person, okay. Now, as far as signs, I feel like whoever is in your energy, whoever this reading is in reference to, you could have a spiritual contract with them, okay, a soul contract. There could be things, you could be getting signs from your guides and your angels. So you might be seeing angel numbers. You might be hearing this person's name. There could be songs that make you think of them, things of that nature. It could also be that you are dreaming about this person or getting maybe messages from your guides and your angels through your dreams. Okay. And that could be because this person could be contacting you very soon. Okay. All right, Spirit. So as far as what to expect here for Leo and Leo placements between May 17th and the end of the month of 2026, please give us one card for the overall energy. One card for the overall energy, please. Okay. That was too many. One card, please, for the overall energy, Spirit. Okay, we've got Justice. And that is, legal, obviously. Okay, so what is the challenge here for Leo and Leo placements for May 17th through the end of the month, please? Spirit, one card. Okay. We've got the Five of Pentacles. And what is the focus area for Leo and Leo placements, please, Spirit? One card. Okay, well, Spirit gave me two cards. Okay, so we've got the Ten of Swords and the Queen of Cups for the focus. Oops. All right, so the three cards on the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles, we've got the King of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. Okay. So before we start clarifying, all right, so I am feeling that, obviously this does have to do with something, with some kind of legal issue. It could actually be where if you don't feel that the legal issue storyline fits into your situation and your life. I feel like it could even just be a sense of karma. It could be a sense of even getting, good karma coming your way. Okay. It could be a sense of you getting finally what is coming to you in a good way. Okay. So basically your fair, things are going to be evening out, your fair equal give and take as far as what you've given out to to the world and what should be getting back, basically. Okay. Um, with the challenge being the Five of Pentacles here, I feel like maybe, you've been feeling left out in the cold. It's either you or someone else here that's feeling this way, but someone here is definitely feeling like they're left out. If this is something where you are resonating with not getting what should be coming to you, okay, as far as karma wise, like good karma wise, I feel like maybe you feel left out, like maybe the universe has forgotten about you, where maybe you feel like your guides have forgotten about you. Like, what about me? You see all these great things happening for everybody else, and what about me? Okay. Like I said, though, for some of you, it is possible that maybe you or someone in your energy here is going through legal issues. Okay. And because of that, maybe they're in a state of lack. Okay. Now for the focus here, there's obviously, been an ending here. Now, maybe you've been through an ending recently. Okay. Maybe if this does have to do with actual justice and, actual legal issues, okay, like a divorce or something like that, or maybe you have money coming your way, something like that. I feel like, obviously spirit, there has been an ending here of some sort. Spirit is saying that there could have been betrayal involved with this, and that, you need to remember why things ended. Okay. And with the 10 of Swords, it's an ending, but the question is, has the lesson been learned? Okay. So not only that, with the Queen of Cups here, because these two cards came out together, I feel like Spirit really, the thing is that you are a very loving person. Now, male or female, doesn't matter the gender. You are a very loving person. You love unconditionally. And, I'm hearing you love hard. Okay. And the thing is, you do follow your intuition. And sometimes maybe you even overgive. Okay. Spirit doesn't want you to ever forget how to love. Okay. No matter what you have been through, no matter what you're going through, if this is a situation as far as like maybe a legal situation, Spirit does not want you to shut down your heart chakra. Okay. Yeah, with the Five of Pentacles here being in the challenge position, maybe you are in a state of lack because of maybe paying for lawyers' fees, or divorces are not necessarily a cheap thing to go through. Okay, so maybe you're in a state of lack because of that as well. Okay. On the bottom of the deck here, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the King of Pentacles and the Page of Wands here. Okay. So there is obviously something to do with work. Male or female, doesn't matter the gender, but with the King of Pentacles here, maybe this is the person that, if you are going through some sort of legal matter as far as like a divorce or something like that, it is possible that maybe this is that person's energy. Okay, maybe there's someone that is very focused on money and they're trying to take your money. It is possible that maybe this King of Pentacles could be a lawyer even. Okay, so it could be the other person's lawyer and they're really trying to stick it to you for some reason, is what I'm hearing. Okay, but you're going to be getting some kind of communication with the Page of Wands. Again, we've got communication here as well. Okay, so you could be getting communication from this King of Pentacles here, and it could have to do with work, or it could do with working things out. Okay, so you might be getting signs about this. You might be getting signs from your guides that this might be coming your way. Okay, it could be for some of you actually this King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles could be offering you a job. Okay, I'm hearing for at least one or two of you, it could be a legal job. Okay, like with the law. But this person, whether it's that or not, I feel like, this King of Pentacles could also be, like I said, communicating with you about work and about something related to pentacle resources, something related to money, maybe things as far as like I said, work or working things out, getting you out of this state of being in the Five of Pentacles, if you resonate with being in that Five of Pentacles. Okay, because I do feel like for the majority of you, and flip the roles if needed, but I do feel like that Five of Pentacles is potentially your energy as far as the challenge. Okay, all right. So for the Justice card here being in the overall energy, 3 cards to clarify, please, Spirit. 3 cards to clarify. Okay, we've got the World. We have the 6 of Swords. And again, we have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Swords. Okay, so as far as the overall energy, like I said, as far as justice is concerned, I do feel like it really does have to, it could have to physically do with literally the justice system, okay, and going through legal matters, okay. But I also feel for a lot of you out there, you are just waiting for your equal give and take. You're waiting for things to come out in your favor because that is fair, okay. Maybe things in the past have not been fair for you, and that is what is contributing to being in this Five of Pentacles energy. Like, why am I always left out? Why aren't things fair for me? Okay, so whether it has to do with literally legal issues or not, I do feel that for the majority of you, if not all of you, that maybe you're feeling that, where is my good karma? I do everything right. Why aren't things working out in my favor? Why aren't things fair for me? Okay. I feel like, again, you've had endings. Okay. If it is like an actual legal matter, there's been heartbreak. It was a heartbreaking ending. We've got, the world is about completion, and it cycles ending, cycles beginning. Okay. So I do feel like there is a cycle that's ending here for you. Okay. And for a lot of you, it is a cycle that's related to maybe a legal thing, divorce or whatever it is. But I also feel with this, for all of you, that this cycle of maybe however long it's been where things have not been fair for you, I feel like that is coming to an end as well. Okay. I feel like with the 6 of Swords here, that things are going to be moving on to calmer waters here for you. Things are going to be getting better. You're going to be getting to a better place. You're going to be coming into a better mindset, that things possibly will become a little easier for you, and that all of the good things that are meant for you, and the good things that are supposed to be on their way to you, they'll be coming your way here. Okay. And for a lot of you, it could have to do with work. like I was saying earlier, when those 3 cards were on the bottom of the deck, I feel like you are going to be getting some kind of communication here, and it could be from someone who is, resonating as the King of Pentacles. Male or female, doesn't matter the gender, but it's someone that, is dealing with money, finances. It's someone, it could be a business owner, it could be someone high up in their company, but it's someone that, is a provider and things like that. So I feel like, for some of you, it could be if you're going through divorce, it could be the person you're divorcing, but I feel like for a lot of you out there, this is someone reaching out. Could be a lawyer giving you good news about money. It could be someone that's reaching out about work here, okay, and something about a job, okay. So this could be something that has been really, really weighing on you, okay, something that is really stressing you out. Maybe you feel like whatever this justice is for you, maybe you just feel like things are not working out the way you thought that they would, or things will not go your way, and it's causing you a lot of anxiety. Okay, but I do feel like Spirit is wanting you to know that that good things are coming. Okay. All right. So as far as the challenge being the 5 of Pentacles, 3 cards to clarify, please, Spirit. 3 cards to clarify the 5 of Pentacles as the challenge. 3 cards, please. Okay. Let's see. Thought I saw a card flipped over, but it did not. Let's see here. Okay. So we've got the Queen of Swords. 2 more cards, please, to clarify the 5 of Pentacles, Spirit. We have the Page of Cups, and we've got the Ace of Swords. Okay. At the bottom is the Star. Okay. So as I was saying earlier, with the challenge being the 5 of Pentacles, I feel like it's been very challenging for you to get out of this state of lack. It's possibly that it's been challenging for you to get out of this mindset of, always feeling left out, like everybody else is getting good things coming to them. Why doesn't anything happen for me? And it is difficult sometimes to get out of those states of mind, especially when, things are not going your way. Okay. I do feel like maybe, it's put you in a mindset here of being in the Queen of Swords energy, where maybe you feel like you need to be a little more logical and rational, where you can't really be in your heart space. Maybe especially if you are going through legal issues, you really kind of have to close off your heart when dealing with this kind of stuff, because you have to be more in that state of logic and being rational about things. Because even if you're divorcing someone, and even if things are not, very pleasant or civil between the two of you, or, maybe if it just doesn't seem like, it's very loving, maybe you still have love for whoever this person is. Maybe you don't, but for some of you out there, maybe you do. Okay. But maybe maybe for a lot of you, if you've been dealing with, giving and giving and giving, but not ever getting anything in return, like I said, and now you're feeling that state of being left out, it's kind of made you cold. Maybe it's put you more in your headspace where, you overthink things now, and, it's kind of made you be more cold and detached, just because, you're bitter. Okay. And it's understandable. With the Page of Cups here, I feel like basically this is, this is almost your guides saying, be easy on yourself. Okay. you might have an apology coming your way, or a small gesture. Okay. This could be coming through this communication, like I said, from whoever that King of Pentacles could be. But Spirit wants you to kind of forgive yourself. Okay. So if you've been feeling maybe guilty or feeling bad about anything, Spirit wants you to kind of forgive yourself here. Okay. Maybe you feel like you are owed an apology. Okay. If you are dealing with legal issues, maybe you feel like you're owed an apology. Maybe if things haven't been going your way and you've been trying so hard, to make things go well in your life, or, do the best that you can. I feel like, maybe you're looking for something to change where, it's like a small gesture here. Now, maybe with the Page of Cups, it is possible that maybe you're feeling less than because of the circumstances. Now, that might not resonate with all of you. Okay. But with the Ace of Swords here, you're going to be getting clarity. Now, I feel like you have gained some clarity here that has maybe contributed to feeling like the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Especially if it does have to do with a legal issue and maybe where money is concerned. Okay. But I do feel like you have been looking for clarity on what you need to do to get out of this Five of Pentacles energy. Okay. Now, I do feel for some of you out there, at least, that if you have gained clarity from or information from other people that have maybe been getting good things come into their life, that has, like I said, contributed to this Five of Pentacles energy, maybe that could be contributing to that as well. Okay. Sometimes knowledge can be a blessing and a curse. Okay. Sometimes knowledge can make things better. Sometimes knowledge can make you feel worse. Okay. It's kind of like, I'm just going to throw this out there real quick, but it's kind of like finding out how much somebody is making with their job. Okay. And you feel like you've been doing your job longer. You've been, busting your butt, and this new person comes in and they're making more than you. Somehow, technically people should not be talking about stuff like that, but maybe you found this out. Okay. And now you feel like, now you're in your Swords energy. You could be feeling with the Page of Cups, like, you're less than because you're not getting paid what you should be. And it's causing you to be in a state of lack here. Okay. It's causing you to feel, left out. Okay. Even though you should be getting your equal give and take here. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Star. So I feel like, you have been healing yourself. You've been hoping and praying for things to change. And I feel like as time has gone on and gone by, it's just caused you to be more and more in this Five of Pentacles energy. Okay. Now, for those of you who are dealing with a legal issue here, I do feel like you are hopeful that whatever this legal issue is, that it is going to turn out in your favor. Okay. Now, I am hearing for some of you, actually, if you are dealing with a legal issue and it's been putting you in a state of being left out and in a state of lack here, that maybe, male or female, doesn't matter the gender. I mean, maybe it's been, like I said, put you in this Swords energy. Maybe the person you're dealing with, they're also in their Swords energy, which doesn't help. Okay. But I feel like, maybe something was expressed here that has given you some sort of clarity. Okay, some sort of information, and maybe that is contributing to this, getting out of this, getting out of this Five of Pentacles, basically. Because the Five of Pentacles is the challenge here. You're in a state of lack, possibly, you're feeling like, you're left out here, even though you want to be hopeful. Okay. So Spirit, as far as the focus here being the Ten of Swords and the Queen of Cups, 3 cards to clarify, please. I almost feel like this could be a personal reading. I feel like this reading might not resonate with everybody. So if not, please check out another placement. But yeah, I do feel like this could be, this reading might not resonate with all of you. Okay. We do have the Wheel. What else? Spirit, 2 other cards, please. 2 more for clarifying for the focus. Let's see. We have the 8 of Cups. And we've got the King of Wands. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Chariot. Okay. All right. So, if, like I was saying earlier, if this has to do with an actual legal issue, obviously there was an ending here. It was a hurtful ending. It was painful. Maybe you gave everything you could here, as the Queen of Cups. You were as loving as you could be. You were in your heart space. Things like that. I'm gonna go through that scenario first, and then I'll go through the other scenario here. So basically, Spirit does want you to focus on why things ended, and maybe the possibility that you overgave. Possibly, I am hearing that for some of you, but I also feel like Spirit wants you to focus on remaining in this Queen of Cups energy as much as you can here, because with the Wheel, things are changing. This was destined to happen this way, and things happen for a reason. Okay. But I feel like things are changing here for you. Now, there is something that you are going to have to walk away from. So if you are going through legal issues, you probably have already walked away to some degree, whether it's physically walked away or emotionally pulled away, something like that here. But definitely focus on, walking away here. And as the King of Wands here, being as well as far as clarifying here for the focus, I feel like Spirit, male or female, doesn't matter the gender. Spirit is wanting you to basically embody the King of Wands energy. Okay, not only be in your heart space with the Queen of Cups here, but focus on what you're passionate about and take action. Okay, because whoever this King of Pentacles is I feel like that person is going to be communicating with you. Okay, and I feel like it's about a potential opportunity of some sort. Okay, so definitely, take action with passion here, because things are going to progress at a quick pace here for you. Okay. Now, for those of you who you resonate with, not really dealing with a legal issue, but maybe you're just waiting for your your equal give and take. Why isn't anything good happening to me here? I feel like Spirit is saying with these 2 cards here that obviously you've gone through possibly multiple endings. Maybe one was recent, where maybe you were betrayed. Things were hurtful. And it did put you in that Queen of Swords energy. Maybe you've shut off your heart space. Spirit knows that deep down you are the Queen of Cups, though, and that you are a very loving person and that you follow your intuition. Spirit does not want you to forget that. Okay. And the thing is, like I said, things are going to be changing for you. Okay. So keep a positive outlook. Again, you might need to walk away from something. So if this is a potential opportunity for another job or something like that, you might need to walk away from an existing job. But again, Spirit wants you to embody the King of Wands here as far as taking action and being very passionate. So definitely take action with passion here. Okay, because again, things are going to be moving very quickly for you and moving forward. Okay. All right. One more shuffle and then we'll go over, we'll see what Spirit has to say as far as advice for you. Okay, Spirit. What is your advice for Leo and Leo placements for May 17th through the end of the month here? And with this situation, whatever this is for them. And maybe you're getting, signs from your guides that something, is going to be approaching you, that this opportunity or whoever this King of Pentacles is going to be contacting you. So pay attention to your dreams is what I'm hearing. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Swords. Now with the advice, Spirit sometimes kind of tells me a story, so we'll have to see what else comes out here because I'm already getting some energy here. Okay, we've got the Emperor. We have the Hermit. We've got the Ten of Wands. We have Strength, which is your card. And we have the Tower. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Three of Wands. Okay. So as far as advice from Spirit, Spirit is telling me, I'm getting a twofold message with the King of Pentacles here. Maybe things have been taking a long time for you. I do feel, like I said, again, that even if you don't, whether you are dealing with, now my throat chakra, my words are all jumbled. So maybe this has to do with something, but whether you're dealing with a legal issue or not, I do feel like the majority of you, if not all of you, are feeling like, when is it going to be my time? When am I going to get what's coming to me as far as good karma? Maybe things are taking forever with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. And, I also feel with the Knight of Pentacles, though, that Spirit wants you to take things slowly. Okay. So whatever this is for you, whatever you resonate with, I feel like, you might want to rush in to getting out of this Five of Pentacle energy. You want to rush to get toward what your good karma is. Spirit is saying everything in good time. That is just what I heard. And also, all good things come to those who wait. Thanks, Spirit. Okay, so those are the things that just popped into my head that Spirit just sent to me. With the Nine of Swords, this could be something, whether it is a legal issue or not, whether it is just waiting for your equal give and take here in life. I feel like it's something that maybe has kept you up at night. Maybe this has been really stressful for you and stressing you out and causing you to it's been affecting your sleep possibly. Now it could be that there's someone that was controlling here in your life. Okay. And if you are going through legal issues, maybe that's this person. However, I also feel with the Emperor that Spirit is wanting you to take control here. Okay. That, get out of that, if you can, get out of that Five of Pentacle energy, get into a positive mindset, and basically, take control and be in the driver's seat here. Okay. Now with the Hermit, if you have been kind of, hanging out at home, introspecting, trying to heal, things like that, that is a good thing. Okay. A lot of people, make other people feel guilty for not being social or anything like that. No, if you feel like you need to hermit, you hermit. Okay. Because, hermiting can actually do a lot of good things here. Because the thing is that I feel like Spirit almost wants you to conserve your energy, because you've been under a lot of burden here, okay, through either this legal issue or just in life in general, okay. And Spirit is saying, just take some time to yourself here, and as you do that, regain your sense of strength, okay. Regain that inner sense of like self-esteem, and whatever you need to do to get yourself out of this Five of Pentacle energy, okay. There is something big coming in for you here, okay. I also feel like Spirit wants you to reserve your strength, because and actually hold back from maybe doing too much, because there is something big coming. Like I said, you're going to be getting some kind of message here. Something is coming your way, and Spirit is saying it's going to shock you. And I feel like this tower is a good tower, okay? And it is something that's coming into it. It's something that will affect your future. It's something that is coming here in the future, okay? The Three of Wands is something about your ships coming in, and I just got chills. Yes, your ships are coming in, my friends, okay? So if you've been waiting for your good karma to come, it is coming. And yeah, oh my gosh, I got chills all over. Yep. Your good karma is coming, and it's for all the good things that you've done. Okay? And I feel with the Ten of Swords here being part of the focus area, I feel like Spirit is wanting you to not dwell on it necessarily, but don't forget the lessons that have been learned. Don't forget the reason why these endings have happened, because it helps you to not go through the same thing in the future, basically. And it's going to be different for all of you, is what I'm hearing. Okay. All right. Well, I do feel like, you could have a soul contract with whoever this person is that's going to be contacting you. Okay. This is something that's meant for you. This is absolutely something that's meant for you. And as we know, the things that are meant for us, won't pass us by. So it's coming. Okay. Be on the lookout. All right. So as far as signs, we have air, earth, water, and fire. We've got all signs. We have Libra. We have Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. We have that twice, actually. We've got Scorpio again. We've got Leo again. We've got Virgo and Aries. Okay, so the heavier signs we have, I'm seeing, are Leo and Scorpio here. All right. But yeah, be on the lookout, okay? Good things I feel are coming your way here. You've got some good news of some sort, okay? Stay positive. And yeah, so I hope that this reading helped. I hope it resonated with at least some of you out there. But if you feel like it did resonate, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Be on the lookout for those weekly readings, hopefully starting in June. I hope this reading found you well. Thank you all for being here. And until next time, take care and namaste.